No.
What's going on, everybody? It is Friday, February 21st, 2025, and this is episode 3 of the Micro Galaxy Squadcast, the internet's only show dedicated to all things Micro Galaxy Squadron. And you can find audio episodes now on podcast services like Spotify, Apple, Android, maybe, not sure. Videos are always available on my YouTube channel, Micro Galaxy Squadron, or over on Kevin's Microfleet channel. And as always, Kevin here co-hosting with me tonight. Hey, man.
Good evening. What's happening?
I'm doing pretty good this week. How about you?
I am rocking and rolling, man. I am ready to get talking about some more Micro Galaxy Squadron. We've actually had a lot more news than I was expecting in the 2 weeks that we've been out.
Listen, every episode, it feels like that happens. I think we reach a certain point in the break, and I'm like, we're gonna have to go to once a month, But
Yeah, I know.
something pops up, and it gets crazy, and a retailer does something wild, and all of a sudden we have new product in our hand that's not even announced yet. So every time, maybe we'll just have to take a leap of faith and go to once a week.
Yeah, I know. We'll have to see.
Is
That might
that
be
sustainable
challenging
for
but
us? I don't know. I don't know if
Yeah,
that's sustainable for you.
right. I
Might
don't
be
know
a
how
stretch for
sustainable it
me.
is, but agreed.
Who knows? Small bit of housekeeping. This
Yeah.
is probably our last Friday episode. So Friday, gang, I hope you will be able to follow us to Tuesday nights, where we will now be going live every other week on Tuesdays at the same time. I think that'll accommodate some of the guest host, and I think other people too. I think viewers will be able to get in on Tuesday night. There's a lot of stuff going in on Fridays.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
Agreed.
these high school jocks playing football that can't watch us on Friday nights.
That's right. Or going out to the
All the
bar, hanging
cheerleaders
out.
that are dying for this content.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's not too late. If you go to bed early, you can curl up with the phone and watch us in bed.
Yep. Or you can check us out on the on our YouTube channels afterwards, because we will upload all of these.
Always available later,
So,
correct?
yep. If you're not able to catch us. But yeah, definitely being able to accommodate some of our guests as we batted 1,000 here on getting all the guests on. Unfortunately, none of them can do Friday nights. So we'll be switching over to Tuesdays for a while, and then if it ends up being that nobody watches us on Tuesday, who knows? We'll see what happens.
On the plus side, March 4th, Nostalgic
Right around the
Adam will be
corner.
on with us to chat Micro Galaxy Squadron.
Yeah, that's right. Super excited for Adam to finally join. He has been chomping at the bit.
I know
For being able
he's
to
wanted to get
show.
on, but he works every Friday night,
Yes.
so just not possible for him to be on. But
Yep.
Hot Rod says, is it me or do the positions of your cameras switch every podcast?
I don't know. Do they?
That could be true. Is that throwing you off?
The positions of the camera is in, like, I'm on the one side and Cole's on the other side?
Yeah. How do we
nice.
flip that back?
I don't know how we flip that back. I'm not a master at this yet.
Now that you say that, I do know what he's talking about. There's like a, the left side and the right side, and I do agree. I think I'm typically on the left side there, but hey, we got to mix it up, keep
Absolutely.
things spicy. Who
That's
knows
right.
what side we're going to be on? We might do top and bottom next time.
That's right. Yeah. Or we could do like a full face zoom. Here's our full face zoom. Whoa.
That feels like a microaggression to the viewers to go in that deep.
Yeah. Agreed.
And chat is just like,
yeah, thanks for everybody joining in. Looks like we got over 50 on right now. So thanks for everybody tuning in early. We've got a lot of content to cover. So, thanks for hanging in. And we have one thing to announce here that will be happening as we get a little further into the program.
which
is
might be why some of you guys are here. I don't know.
yeah,
A little incentive to watch us live
let's see.
versus the audio podcast. Sorry, guys.
So here in a little while, we're going to be doing a drawing for the Ralph McQuarrie Resistance A-Wing, the Chase. So anybody that's interested, we're going to try this out. This is going to be like a special thing that we do through StreamYard. So if you go ahead and type in #Ralph, you will get entered in the drawing to be able to win this as we announce it later in the program, and we'll draw it live. So go ahead and pop that in there, #Ralph, and for Ralph McQuarrie. Yep, very good. I thought the same thing when Cole told me #Ralph. I was like, all right, here we go.
But
So see that
Evan,
popping off.
what are your feelings on this little Chase guy here?
Yeah, I think it's great. It's a good version of it. The one thing I do like about it, to be perfectly honest, that is exciting, is that it did make an actual appearance in Rise of Skywalker. So when I originally saw it, I was thinking, yeah, that's the Ralph McQuarrie concept that we got. That was the RZ1, and it's going to be in the Resistance version. So it was great that we did actually get that.
Yeah,
So,
I had to do some research when this one came out.
again, #Ralph, Ralph, if you want to get
right off the bat, I think everybody assumed it was maybe from Rebels, because
Yeah.
Rebels also had a McQuarrie inspired A-Wing.
Yep, they did.
But this is in the not the visual guide, but one of the books for Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
One of the materials books, the supplement books. It's in there featured, and then it is like a literal blink and you miss it scene in the movie,
Mhm.
but it's obviously totally inspired by the original Ralph McQuarrie concept art. I think this blue and red on here just pops right off the shelf. It's beautiful. I think it's my favorite A-Wing that they've released.
Mhm.
Some of you might have gotten it in the recent Vault set, but if you don't have it, now's a great chance to
Yep. So anybody that's just logging
grab
on,
one.
we've got a giveaway going on there for that Chase version of the A-Wing. Type in #Ralph into the comments, and hopefully this works here for a giveaway.
I
as we get a little
really
further
wanted
in.
to do that just for the people logging on late who log on and are like, I can't even imagine what I missed
Mhm.
seeing all these #Ralphs.
Yeah.
They'll be so lost. It'll be so great. I hope
Yeah.
I see somebody at least have the guts in chat to be like, hey, why are we all saying this? Because I think it's second nature now. When you get on and you see people hashtagging, you're like, okay, I'll just do it in. Sideshow
Mhm.
does this all the time. I think, pretty common on live streams, but yeah, somebody's going to log in and see #Ralph in chat and be like, I guess I need to do it too. It's a great lesson in peer pressure.
Yeah, right. I think I might have to get in there and put #Ralph in myself. I might get entered in that.
Yeah, I've got two sitting by me here, so I think I'm good.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, interesting thing about that specific version too. The craziest thing about that specific release was that it popped up at Walmart as an individual listing. Everybody thought, oh, I don't know, this is going to be a Gen of X or something like that, and people bought a ton of them. And those came out before any of the other regular common vehicles for
And
that
those never go
series.
live. Walmart has had all of these crazy individual listings since the line
Yeah.
began. This is like the first time an individual smaller ship has ever gone live like that. So truly an outlier.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Who knows what people think it is? They could be thinking we're talking about Disney's Wreck-It Ralph.
Great movie,
Maybe
by the way.
someone getting sick, since we talked about that last week. Maybe a motorcycle mouse. Who knows?
That's right.
Do you remember that, Kevin?
The motorcycle mouse?
Yes.
Is it the motorcycle mice from Mars?
No,
Or
just
whatever it
Ralph
was?
the motorcycle mouse. That might be a deep cut. I don't know if that's like a
Oh, yeah, that's definitely a deep cut. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that one
someone in
before.
chat. If you've ever heard of Ralph the motorcycle mouse, just shout out so I don't feel like a total
Yeah. It
outlier here.
sounds somewhat familiar, but I don't recall that
It's
from
an
my childhood.
insane thing that only the 90s could have provided.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyways, let's check out what has been going on at retail since we last hung out.
Yeah, absolutely. So, the first thing here, so let me go ahead and pop this guy up here. So, first thing is at retail, we are now starting to see some vehicles pop up. So, we ended up getting here the Shuttle Tydirium that's popped in and out of stock at Target. And so you can be able to purchase that. Just if you don't have it already, Cole, you got a link for that, right? Somewhere?
I do. It's on if you go to the link in my bio, it's there and I can drop it in the description
Perfect.
afterwards. It's only
Yep.
been up briefly, and I think we'll talk more about this later when we do show and tell, but
Yeah.
it's not available right
Exactly.
now. It's only gone up twice in like very, very, very short bursts, but they are shipping out.
They are shipping out, which has been exciting. So, yes, we're going to see one live here in a little bit. Cole did a great unboxing here earlier on Instagram. Then, as we take a look here at some of the other retail updates, if we're looking at Target, Target has some clearance going on right now in stores. We can get the Rebel U Wing for 50% off, as well as the Pod Racer set at 50% off. You've got the ATTE and Ghost are on sale. So the ATTE shows online only purchase for Target, and you can see it's at $23.99 there, and then the Ghost is at $35.99, whatever that discount percentage is. I don't know. Walmart has got the ATTE on sale as well at $24.92. For whatever reason, it's not $24.99. I guess they're gonna shave it there by 7 cents and hopefully steal some sales from Target. The one thing to know though also is that there is some price matching that's going on. So, if you were to be able to show that to, I guess, some of the clerks or customer service or whatever, you might be able to grab them at that discount, which would be great. And then we go ahead and transition to Amazon. Amazon's got a couple things going on. So the Amazon the Ahsoka 2 pack is $15. That is a great value for those two vehicles. They're probably my favorite of the designs that are out there. And you're able to get the droid with updated deco on the top of the dome. Phantoms are back up 1 and 2, and then you got ATTE 40% off there at $23.99 as well. It seems like that is just kind of a common thing that's going on, that it's
Yeah,
moving to
it
that.
that thing goes in and out of sale pretty often. Sometimes there's a coupon code. I think it's targeted, but you can get
Yeah.
shave another dollar or two off. But that's pretty low for the standard price there. It's a great set, and
Yep.
I feel like most people miss this. The Phantoms being back in stock, pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Certainly, it was not super easy to find in stores. The Phantom One for sure. I mean, the for whatever reason that series had like a short run at Target.
yeah,
And then, now with the Phantom 2, for whatever reason, and I mean, I don't know, I guess this is just one of those that somebody else making this decision must have a better pulse on it than us. But, when almost like short packing the Phantom, where you get double shins and then
hmm
you get one snow speeder and then one Phantom 2, I feel like probably should have been maybe two Phantom 2s.
it's
Just,
so hard to know.
yeah.
That's a thing. Maybe I would have guessed double packing Phantoms, but
Right.
Ahsoka was the new media. People seem to like the character Shin a lot. It's a brand new, interesting ship design, but yeah, the Phantom going for hitting around the same time as the Ghost.
Mhm.
I think that might have made a little more sense. Those were going for like 40, $50 for a while there before it started getting restocked.
Yeah.
And really those were gone for a while until Amazon just recently started putting those Phantom ones back up.
Yeah. Agreed.
But for anybody who's missed out, Phantom 1 and 2 currently in stock on Amazon. Go
Currently in
grab
stock. That's
those.
right. Yeah, and keep an eye on all of the Amazon listings as well. Right now, when they're getting ready to release a new series, we tend to see some of those previous series start to get discounted. So, I mean, I would keep an eye out, especially even at the retail stores. You'll probably see a decent amount of stuff go on clearance here, and even a more steep clearance in the next week or so. I would imagine they typically run this like 50% off for a couple weeks, and
Especially
then they'll
Target.
drop it to like 70% off. So I know I got a couple U-wings at, $9 or $8, which is pretty sweet.
And Walmart's still doing the clearance light armor. That's still going on.
Yeah. Yeah, the funny thing is I haven't seen
Most of
that
my
anywhere.
Genevex are still sitting there, so I'm worried. I'm worried they're going to get put back on the shelf at full price again.
Yeah. I haven't seen any of the
Oh man.
light armor class clearance stuff in my
Really?
area. Yeah.
Mine are just Genevex at the couple that
Mm.
I'm at pretty frequently.
I didn't see Shin's. Yeah, they seem to have like I mean, yeah, the Walmarts that I've been to have a ton of Shin hanging out. Ton
So,
of them.
mine have not gotten in starfighters in a long time.
Really?
It has been only old light armor. But Target, that's typically what I see is Shins and
Mhm.
loads and loads of N1s.
Yeah.
So many N1s. I
Yeah.
think they're gonna have to like hit $5. I think Target's just gonna have to drop them to $5 and clearance
Yeah.
them out there. I think
The other one I'm surprised has not sold out very well is the N1. The
it's a
N1, they
great
dropped it
ship.
down
Yeah, they must have
50%.
ordered like
A
it's
million.
insane. I think people like it. I think people bought it. I think it's an issue of they had to Target does this with if you look at all their Star Wars, with all their Star Wars stuff, they over order just massive quantities of their exclusive items.
Yeah.
And a lot of those end up getting discounted. They have not
Yes.
tweaked things enough since the post-COVID boom of collecting, I think.
Right. Yeah, sell through. They keep getting restocked. Yeah, the funny thing about the N1, so the one of the stores near me, I'd gone by like relatively early on after the first wave of them hit and everybody picked them up, and was asking about like, what do you have in the back or whatever, and ended up grabbing one of those, and they were like, we have 24 of them in the back. It's like, man, that really stinks. Those are gonna
Oh
sit there
no,
for
that's
over a
so
year.
many.
Yeah,
What are they gonna do with those? That's so many.
I
Oh
don't
no.
know.
Um, they need to just put a little sticker on them that's like a mail away thing for a Naboo pilot. Where
Yeah.
if you buy one at
Oh, that would be
Target and
great.
send in the thing, they'll just ship you a Naboo pilot
That would
for
be great.
fleet building.
Yep, that would be great.
Oh man. For anybody who's just joined in the last 10 minutes or so and wonders why are people typing hashtag Ralph in chat? If you just logged on, hashtag Ralph for the great Ralph McQuarrie will enter you for this giveaway that we'll draw here maybe after we run through the actual new product update news.
Yeah, we've got 48 entries in there currently.
So
There's
about half of you guys
85, yeah,
have
85
hit
people on here.
hashtag Ralph.
So if you have a chance to hashtag Ralph it, go ahead and do that.
Not
There we go, up
nearly
to
enough of you.
51. Yep.
It only works once, and capitalization does not matter, by the way.
Yeah, so we got some other stuff to chat through here, Cole. You have got some other product news.
So yeah, I think let's if we want to jump to, I don't know if this is easy for you with the slideshow.
Yeah.
If we want to jump to something totally new,
Sure.
since we were last together, there was a there was a hint of this in the Facebook group. Somebody made a claim that they had seen something, a Walmart ad with a new item in it. And listen, I'm not calling anybody a liar, but it was suspect. No proof, nothing. It was suspect. But somebody else popped up this week with an actual image of said ad, and it's pretty interesting, Kevin.
Yeah, I think I've got the one you're talking about right here.
Yeah,
You want
let's
me to
pull
just
that up.
pop it
The
up there? All right.
ATAP
There it is.
has popped up in an ad. We can't find a listing for it. It obviously has not been announced, but that is popping up on people's Facebook feeds for a Walmart ad. DC Metro says it's not Micro Galaxy Squadron.
Interesting. Yeah, that's the 2011 model of product image. That's yeah, the one thing I did notice when looking at it is it does look like there is a like a missile that fires there on the front of it, the cannon on the top. So
Yeah. I was gonna say, take this with a huge grain of salt. DC Metro does not think it's legit. It may not be. It's showing up on people's feeds right beside actual Micro Galaxy Squadron ads. So if you see that, I don't know. Apparently it's not. You know, we're getting
yeah.
fact checked in real time.
Yeah, no, that's good. Thanks for everybody saying no. Although I thought we did hear something about that beyond the actual
I will
listing.
say, I still think if that is not it, I still think one is coming
Yeah.
for other reasons. Even if that's not the exact one,
Mhm.
there's other reasons that make me think we're getting one this year. And Revenge of the Sith 20, we know we're getting all kinds of stuff for the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith. It would make a ton of sense that that was coming out. That might not be the actual image. It might not be in quarter 1 here of the year, but I do think one is coming.
Yeah, that'd be great. It'd be cool to be able to have a totally new type of vehicle like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And an interesting size. I'm not even sure what class that would fit into.
Yeah, I mean, I would think that based on the size of it, I mean, it
Maybe
could looks
starfighter,
I would think a starship because
starship.
yeah, it looks like it's big enough. It's like the front part of the
You could certainly
ATTE.
pack in extra figures that way. I know the Lego version came with Commander Gree, Chewbacca, like a Kashyyyk clone trooper.
Mhm.
You could get some cool stuff in there. So while that's not the image, I still think one is coming, but we're getting fact checked.
Yes. All right, more hashtag Ralph's going in there.
Yeah.
Let's see where we're at. We're up to 59 right now. So anybody that hasn't done it, hashtag Ralph it.
In news that is certainly real, um, yesterday and early this morning, some of those Series 8 mystery listings on Amazon popped back up, and we
Yes, they
got
did.
3 common starfighters for Series 8 that are up and available. We can drop a link to this in the description after the video ends. But
Yep.
that would be the Style 1 is the TIE silencer, the common version. I've seen a couple people that are a little confused by this. Um, you know, the hardcore people here in chat with this might they might be onto it. But this is the common release of the TIE silencer that we just saw as the Vault exclusive. Same with the V19 Torrent, which is Style 2. The ones on Vault were the first look edition, which is obviously you get it early, you get premium deco, whatever that means for each release, and the
Yeah.
premium collector's display packaging with
Yep.
the that clear acetate image behind it. It looks real pretty. I think, you know, it's cool. I like them. I like having the best version of the ship with the most detail and most deco. But there are people that are okay just waiting a couple months and they'll have those common releases. And then we have the Armada V Wing coming, Style 3. Yeah, you know, there might be someone out there, Hot Rod Reviews, who does need a V Wing. It's certainly nobody in my area because there's still some on the pegs from Series 3.
Yeah, so here's an image of the back of the box for one of the Series 8, so you can see down there at the
Mhm.
bottom. The image is not that great. If I blew it up, it would just look more blurry. But there's your common, your V19, V-wing, and the silencer, and then you've got your two, your chase and your rare. The chase is going to be the CIS version of the AT tank, and then the rare is going to be the Z95 Headhunter.
Yeah, that I have to believe that there's something else going on with that Z95 mold.
Yeah,
I
there's got to be.
I don't think in this current era of the line that they are going to make a mold specifically for a chase. I
No,
just don't
agreed.
I just don't think
Yeah,
that's a thing that's gonna happen. Sorry. Rare? I believe it's the rare, is that right?
correct. Yeah, it should be the rare.
Um, but I mean, look, if they're distributed as well as the last, not as well, but for that class size,
Yes.
the Hera, and now that they're hitting Walmart in such great numbers, the Night Brother,
Yeah.
both of those rares are down to like $30 on eBay. People are trading them for just random stuff. Every time somebody finds one, they find two, and they're usually willing to part with one of them.
Yep.
So, it's a little bit of a bummer that it's a rare, but if you give it a little bit of time, I think you can get one, pretty easily.
I would agree. Yeah, certainly I wouldn't pay, you know, over $30 for one just because again, after the course of time, the first ones that hit, somebody's going to put it up on eBay for 200 or $300. But yeah, if they roll out like they have over the last couple series, hitting Target and hitting Walmart, you should be in a pretty good spot on the rares.
Yeah, Stargazer says, he thought it was coming with the, Jedi Survivor version, but the image looks like a clone pilot with that. I mean, the actual ship is the Clone Wars version, so who knows? The Walmart listings have absolutely been wrong before. Um, so the ship is the Clone Wars version. Who knows? Maybe there's going to be another chase version at some point that's Jedi Survivor version.
Yeah,
Maybe that Walmart listing somehow accidentally leaked a gaming subline. Who knows? The Walmart listings are insane, but they do provide us some crazy info.
yep,
Along with those three starfighters were two light armor bundles. Now, unlike the other ones where we can cross-reference with pretty good info, um, we do not know which starfighter bundle is which because as a bundle, I think they have different. I think it's a different SKU potentially,
mm,
but I think it's safe to say from what we've seen, those two listings are any combination of maybe the TIE Striker, the Droid Tri-Fighter, or I believe it was a Jedi Fighter
Jedi
Armada
Interceptor.
edition.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. We certainly have seen some images also of a Jedi Interceptor that would be
Yeah.
from the Rise of Sky or the Rise of Skywalker. Um,
Well, it would
from
be a Armada version, I believe, since the other two are new
oh yeah, sure,
in the
sure.
way.
No,
So
but
it
we've seen
should be
the
the two new
Obi-Wan
ones
version.
and then an Armada one. We have seen some repaints of those interceptors. So at some
Yeah,
point, those are probably coming down the line too. Now that might be aside from this listing, that would be a great thing to pop up as a rare chase, since I don't think we know what the rare chases are for this
right.
series either for light armor.
Yeah, I know it's crazy for as much information as we get about all of the other items between Starship and Dreadnought and
Right.
Scout class. For whatever reason, light armor just seems to be this challenge to get good information and to be able to find them too. So
Yeah.
yeah, I saw a comment earlier about the TIE Whisper not being able to find that. For whatever reason, Walmart and I think this was a conscious decision by Walmart to pause to be able to clearance out a lot of the light armor class stuff that they had.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they then did that, I think they just paused on it instead of just rolling out all. So we don't know whether or not the rest of Series 7 is going to be coming. So we're going to get a
Series
chance to
6 didn't
see.
really even hit though, right?
Series 6 hit in my area.
E-Wings?
It
You
did.
saw E-Wings and stuff like that at Walmart?
Oh, no, sorry. No, did
Yeah,
not
the
see
light
Series
armor
6.
at Walmart
Yeah.
totally skipped Series 6. The only place that I other than trusty old Amazon, I
Yeah.
think the only physical retail we saw those at were GameStop Canada.
GameStop in Canada. Yeah.
That's
It was one
nuts,
of those
man.
when you have the chance to be able to take advantage of something like that.
That's nuts.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm going to jump on this because we have no idea when they're going to hit in the US. And sure enough, they never did. So we'll see what happens here with Series 8. Hopefully, they don't skip the second half of Series 7, although we have seen a collector's box. So we do know that those are coming. So it's
Yeah,
really just a function of just waiting for that to drop at some point. But
yeah, man, it came up the other day when we're trying to order all these mystery listings, and people have a lot of feelings about that. A lot of people are like, why even order something you don't even know what it is? And I'm like, I get that with the starfighters because you can kind of pick them up anywhere. There's always the vault set. But
mhm,
light armor, there's been too much weirdness. Walmart is your only retail space for those. Amazon typically sells out of those for like a couple months before they get another restock, and
yeah,
the price of them shoots way up on eBay. So I'm like, man, I don't think it's that bad of an idea just to jump on a pre-order for those light armor bundles and lock them in. Um, but hopefully soon, sometime real soon, we will see what light armor is. And yeah, DC Metro mentioned it earlier. Walmart went ahead and leaked the Series 9 light armor
yes.
lineup
All the Series
before we
9.
even
So
had the Series 8 lineup anywhere. So
right,
those are still a little bit of a mystery. I think that is we're working off of China info there, which I don't love, but
yeah,
it is what it is. It's out there.
right, agreed.
What's up, Caleb? That is always true too. If you don't like Amazon and how that goes, don't return it. Just pop up in the group and get your money back for cost and shipping.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's see what guys. What's up with the 181st TIE Interceptor? Yeah, that's going to be a vault special. I think just like the
Agreed.
land speeder, just like
Yeah, just
you
like
know,
all of them.
yeah,
Yeah, and the Dark Empire E-wing and well, the only one that isn't is the Resistance A-wing. But yeah, the Dark Empire E-wing is more difficult to get than the Resistance A-wing, which I think is so funny.
yeah. Without vault, it was harder to get than Biggs turned out to
Yeah,
be,
right,
which
right.
is absolutely nuts. So yeah, anytime you can get your hands on light armor, I say go for it. It's
Agreed.
not worth waiting for a sale, waiting for anything. Just jump on them. Um, even if you don't want it, you can sell it to somebody in the group.
Yep. Now we had a couple other things come up here. Do we want to keep going with Series 8? Because we do have some images of some actual Series 8 product that has hit.
But yeah, I think this might take us a little while to go through. Why don't we go ahead and not keep the people waiting any longer? If you've just joined in, drop
You want to do it? We're
hashtag
at
Ralph.
63.
Hashtag Ralph. Yeah, we've got over 100 people in chat right now. So hashtag Ralph. This is your last second to get your entry in for the Resistance A-Wing based off Ralph McQuarrie's concept art. Hashtag Ralph if you haven't done it already. Let's try to. This is our first time doing a live giveaway.
Hey,
What's
there we
up,
go.
Eddie?
A squad member is in. Kevin, what's up? Thanks for joining.
Yeah, I see hashtag Ralph's coming in. Get
Yep.
those in real quick because we are
Keep
about
going.
to draw What are we at right now?
We're at 65 right now. Let's see if we can
65.
get
Let's
up to
cut it at let's get 4 more.
get to 70. All right, we're
Sure,
at 60,
70.
66. Everyone's pumping them in
Yeah,
there.
they're still coming in. Well,
67.
no, it's Chad, it's only
Single
1 entry
entry.
per person.
Single entry. We're not there yet. Keep going.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna
Look at
screen
all these
share it
things
here
still
so
coming
we
in. We
can.
must have had several people jump on late here.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna screen share it so that way you guys can see.
Also throw up yeah. What
Here we
throw
go.
out, give us some good luck here because we have not done this yet. Hopefully it works. Look,
One more.
what? No, let's just cut it right there at 69.
You want to do it? All right, here we go. I'm clicking draw.
Let's give it a Oh, here we go.
Let's see. Is it gonna be?
Nice.
Oh,
Jupit Crush with no profile
Congratulations.
picture. Jupit. Hey, I see cruiser concept in the chat right there. It hung on your name an awkwardly long time, and I thought you had it.
Yeah, I know, man. That was nerve-wracking.
I would have hated that.
Oh, that's great. Again, congrats to Jupit Crush, the winner. So, Jupit, probably the best thing to do is to catch one of us on either Instagram or on Facebook, and we can trade information and get that sent to you.
Yeah, and if you don't have any of those social platforms, you can always email me at microgalaxysquadcast@gmail.com. Have we seen Jupit Crush in the chat?
I have not seen it. I don't think I've seen Jupit Crush in there. They've been in at least once to put hashtag Ralph in there.
There he is.
Yeah, there it is.
Yes.
All right.
Hey, yeah, just email microgalaxysquadcast@gmail.com and we will get that out to you. Congrats, man. Hey, that was I like that. I think
that turned out a lot better than I expected.
I like that better than the Gleam IO.
Yeah,
way better than the Gleam IO giveaways there with all the entries and stuff. I guess those are made to drive people to wherever you want them to go.
mm-hmm.
But I want you to be right here in chat hanging out with us.
That's right. Yeah.
That was fun.
That's great.
So before we jump in, we did sort of skip Vault.
Okay.
Because the next bit of Series 8, I think, is a bit of a deep dive.
Yeah, let's do
let's hit our new Vault info real quick.
Okay. There it is.
Here it is. Next Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern, we've got our Series 6 starfighters there with Hera's A-Wing that we just talked about, Phantom 1 we just talked about, and the Kenner. They don't use the word Kenner. I'm not sure if they can use that or not, but it is the vintage Luke's X-Wing deco there.
Yep.
You know, Kevin, I never picked that up. I
really?
never found a Kenner Chase.
Oh, no kidding. I only found one.
So I don't, yeah. I'm trying to decide, is it worth tale as old as time? Tale as old as Vault's been around. Is it worth picking up the set for one vehicle?
Gosh.
It's a tough thing.
That is
because,
a tough one.
You say you're buying it for one ship, but you're also getting, you're not just getting the one ship. You're getting all the other things in return too, and you can trade them or flip them or do customs, whatever you want with those.
Yep.
But yeah, that's one of the very, very few. That might be one of the only ones. I've got a Marok is arriving tomorrow.
Nice.
So I think that's one of the only ones I don't have right now.
Oh, you don't have a single one of it?
Of the Kenner X-Wing?
Yeah.
No, I never came across one. And man, I don't know if this I don't know how this has been for you, but since Vault,
Yep.
I'm a little less. I'm not just like jumping at the chance to trade with people.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Um, I still would do it, but it's a whole thing. You got to find somebody to link up with and do the shipping and hope that they're a legit person and all that. And
Yeah.
since you can get them in Vault, I've just been doing less eBay, less trading, spending more money. I guess just spending more money. But
Yeah.
that will be next week's drop, $80, I believe. Kevin, is that right? That's what they've been typically.
Is it 80? I thought it was more than that.
Starfighters, are they
Starfighters.
100?
I think
They're
they're 100.
$100. That's correct,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
They go
100.
60, 80, 100. So those are $100.
Right.
Yeah, $100 for just that. I might end up going to eBay for that. We'll see.
Yeah.
There'll be lots of those hitting eBay. Chad says 80. I think it might be 100.
Yeah. Agreed.
For the starfighters. Light armor is 80, scout class 60.
Yeah, I'd have to check and see.
Hellrunner asks what the best platform for Micro Galaxy community selling and trading is. I might be biased, but I would say the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron Facebook group.
Yes, agreed.
With a very familiar logo. Getting close to 10,000 users. 10,000 members. We're at 97 something, 9,700, getting close to 9,800. If I let a lot of people in instead of blocking and declining most people that seem sketchy, we would be there.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah,
$100.
A lot of people have brought up the scout class at 60. I have brought that up to Jazwares. We'll see what they do with that. I don't even know if they were necessarily, that's a lot of people to connect with and talk and realize like, oh, hey, we cut these sets by 2, but the person on the ecom team, the person on the Vault team doesn't really realize it. They're just seeing the images. Do we need to tweak prices for those? I don't think those will sell super well until they do cut the price on those to reflect that there's 2 less items per set in those now.
Right. Agreed.
Hopefully that, but I have certainly brought it to their attention. Let's see. Oh, well, man, I'm not sure what to tell you then. That's where that's where most of the trading is going on. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know a good spot either, to be
Travis
honest.
Johnson says, I can't afford a $200 bigs. Kevin, we're now.
Do we want to go down that road again?
Well, the train rolls on the Vault.
Yes, it does.
Time marches on, and I don't feel us circling back to this Series 4 set right now. The signs aren't super positive that we're going to circle back and see this set, and I've tried on several occasions to get an answer from Jazwares on this, and I don't even think they've been coy. They just have not said at all if that's a thing or not.
Right.
They want to know if that's something people would like to see, to which every time I've said, absolutely people would like that set because it has the TIE Bomber and Biggs, and Wedge wasn't especially numerous either. Interceptors, great. Interceptor would be light armor. So, but it's a great set. I think people still want it.
Y-wing.
Y-wings were out of stock for ages. I believe they're in stock now. Maybe they did come back in stock recently, but I've let them know people want that. They would like to see it. I really hope that's a thing that we see. But it's not feeling every Vault release that we get that's not that one. It does feel like it's a little less likely. I don't know what your feelings are on that.
Yeah, certainly, and what we talked about during our last podcast in Micro Galaxy Squadcast number 2 also leads me to believe that that is going to be slimmer chance.
They'd certainly have to reproduce some of these
Agreed.
a third
Yes.
time, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey,
Although to be honest, the
thank
biggest
goodness for
one,
Red Squadron.
yeah, the biggest one really is not that wouldn't be that difficult to reproduce, to be honest, because of the Red Squadron. I mean, all it has is the two little blaster
Yep,
marks on the side.
yep.
From what I've seen from the images, is that they're basically the same. But certainly the bomber, I think, is one that everybody has been missing, which is kind of crazy because we talked about this last time, but with the whole Amazon thing, I got 3 of them. 2 of them were damaged, had problems with them, and so I just returned them. And I was like, "Yeah, these things are gonna hit stores, like, no problem." And, they never
Oh
did.
man,
They never did.
if only I could go back in time.
Yeah, that's right.
Tell myself, hey, order about 4 of those instead of one.
Yep,
I don't
I
know.
know.
I think when things pop up and I'm like, yeah, I'm trying, I'm clicking, I'm like, I still do this. I did this with this stuff yesterday. When
Yeah,
I'm like really trying to click it, I'm not worried about like, what am I going to do with multiples? Can I trade these? Can I fleet
right.
build? Whatever it is people do with multiples. I'm just trying to get one in the cart and checked out as quick as
That
possible.
exactly right. Yeah.
And I never went back and got more again, thinking, oh, these will be everywhere. I only need to get one from Amazon because I'll see them in store and be able to take my time looking for one that looks nice, nice
Mhm.
looking pilot deco or whatever,
Yeah. Yeah,
crazy.
it's funny, I got a message about the Shuttle Tydirium, and somebody messaged me and said, "Hey, it's up." So I went in real quick, hit it in the cart, hit 1, checked out, and then he messaged me right back and was like, "Dude, you got it. I missed it." And I was like, "No." And then it popped back up for him, so he was able to grab one.
Um, I feel very confident that the bomber is going to show up
It has to.
sooner
There's
rather than later. I do
Yeah,
think it shows up this year as an
yeah,
Armada release.
yep. I couldn't imagine that they would miss out on the opportunity to get those things to fly off the shelf.
Yeah, Jason, the bomber goes for more than most rares do,
Yeah,
which is funny because it initially was going to be a rare,
that's right, it
which
was.
seemed like a crazy idea, but I think they produced about the same number as a rare because we just never saw that second Series 4 case assortment.
That's right, we didn't.
Um,
Yep.
mo- uh, Small update on the bigs front. The gentleman who had 800 bigs in the warehouse claims to have sold 15 cases, which I believe is around 720 bigs to one person. So the story gets even more nuts. The guy who had the warehouse full of bigs sold almost all of them to one person. So yeah, it's a crazy story.
Yeah,
Now
I
the
don't know
guy
that I
has
believe
almost none
any
of
of that.
them.
I don't
Now
believe
the guy
any
has
of that
almost none,
story.
and somebody else now has a bunch, 700 bigs, and I don't know what they're going to do with those.
Yeah.
Uh, it's very and you know what? I think it's getting looked into. We'll see. I'm starting to doubt the story of until we joked last time about a sting operation, but we joked about a sting operation,
Yeah.
but I don't know, man. I don't think I'm believing the these were meant for destruction thing anymore. That's a pretty good story. But it's seeming more and more like there might be some shadiness that's gone on with that. So if
Mhm.
you bought some of them, good on you. I think you're fine. You didn't do anything wrong. But it'll be interesting to see what happens to these gentlemen.
Yeah.
They
No,
it
I'm with you.
indeed does
Like,
look like they might have fallen off a truck. We'll see. It's a crazy saga in one of the most desired ships in the line. Just absolutely insane. One other small vault note, randomly this week,
Oh,
the
yes.
beloved, my favorite, I still think my favorite release on Vault,
Oh,
the
man, I forgot to put
Hoth,
the picture on here.
the
Go.
Hoth Battle Pack, $100, popped back up in the shop for like an hour and a half or
Yeah,
2 hours.
there were 14 of them, is that right? When it first
When
popped up?
when I saw them, there were 14. I know they had more at one point because uh, they had been up for a while. But my guess is they just had some back stock or found a case, or those were the ones they were holding for replacements, returns, whatever. But they let those go and they pop back up. And it's been a while. That was the first release
That
from Vault,
was.
correct? So those are over a year old now. Or a
Yeah, has
year
it been a
old.
year?
I think it's been a year. I want to say someone in chat. When was the first one? I want
I
to
feel
say
like
it
it
was
was.
early in the year, like March, February or March might have been the first drop.
Oh, really? I thought it was before that. I thought it was in the winter time. But no, maybe that's not the case.
Yeah. So
Just kidding.
if you've missed something on Vault, there is a tiny bit of hope. Yeah, March 2024. That's what I thought. It's been 1 year, and those popped up. So if you missed something, I think we saw this again with the Series 3 light armor set, where
That's right.
the listing still sold out, but it was available as an option, as an add-on at a discount when people were checking out.
I know I should have picked one of those up.
I should have too. Those sold out so fast. That was a nuts thing. I'm glad
Mhm.
Vault has ironed out since then. We have not had a release nearly that crazy.
No, yeah. Agreed with
But
it showing up early and then not being available, and,
yeah, that was
it
nuts.
was
It's
broken.
good to know that there is hope if you've missed a set. They will eventually maybe put whatever they have in the warehouse back up to truly zero those out, which is nice.
Yeah, the V19 Torrent did the same. It sold out initially, and then they put it back up for a little while.
Hope is all we have.
That's right.
That's it for Vault.
Okay.
Series 8. We'll jump back to Series 8 here because we'll spend a little bit of time on this. We have, not only do we have these random Amazon listings popping up, right, Kevin? We've
Yeah.
got pre-orders left and right, but we have actual Series 8 product in hands that has not been revealed at all.
Yes, we do.
Which is nuts to me. Jazwares, just, we're right here. We're right here. If you want to reveal any of this, we're right here. But Series 8 is in hands. Our friend Jeremy B in the Facebook group this past week just shot us a message saying, "Hey, I just found Scout Class from Series 8 in Walmart," and started sending pictures. We didn't even know what the full lineup was. No official info on it, but here it is, and it's not just one. There's been several reports
Yep.
since this happened. They are hitting the West Coast, and this is the lineup here. You can see Cassian. There is the Seventh Sister, Sabine, and Grievous on what I would describe as a weathered wheel bike.
Yep. I like
What would
that.
you call that, Kevin?
I would say weather, battle
It's a
damage.
real. If you look at them side by side, I didn't throw a picture in. I don't know if you threw that picture in. I should have sent this to you. There's a picture of them side by side that Jeremy sent in. The other one had the blue on the legs, the little blue highlights on the legs. This one
Yes.
has some silver, what looks like battle damage or weathering on it. And then in general, it's just a real dirty boy. Like
Yeah,
this thing has
it
driven
does
through
look
the
like that.
mud quite a few times, which is
Although the
interesting because the Grievous, very clean. He's really white.
Yep.
And if you'll notice this version, he does not have the lightsabers. This is the same mold from the Starfighter. So they've mixed up the figure with the Starfighter one and repacked him with a really dirty wheel bike. I guess this is an interesting way to get a rare or chase back into the line. I think if there's one that people were really wanting and couldn't get a hold of, Obi-Wan Kenobi. This would be a way to do it. Just dirty it up and call it battle damaged, and it's back in the line on a technicality.
Yep.
But yeah, more reuse. But I think this is reuse that some people that didn't get that old one would be happy with. Cassian, they went for the beard.
He looks like he's got a serious beard.
Man, I don't think he's instantly recognizable.
No.
I wouldn't say he's instantly recognizable. I've seen a lot of like, who's this guy? Who's the bearded guy?
Yep.
That is Cassian. He looks okay.
He does look okay. Actually the prototype pictures of him looked much better than the actual version.
Oh no.
Which is pretty funny.
Oh no. So we've seen some of these on eBay as prototypes, but this is the first time we're actually seeing these in-hand pictures, which is absolutely nuts to me.
Yeah.
And then we've got Sabine, who's now available again, one of the previously very desired figures, and she's shown up several times now. Look at that Arabesh on the bike there. They're able.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, man. I think there's like legit Arabesh on the bike.
Nice. That is pretty cool. That is like one of the silliest looking speeders. I remember seeing that in Rebels and being like,
I was gonna say, is this
heroes
from
are
like
riding.
Rebels episode 1?
That's a good question. They fly this speeder a couple times throughout the series, actually.
When I think episode 1, they're doing when Ezra first meets them, they're trying to do that heist with the guns.
Yeah.
They're like stealing guns from the Empire. Clone Wars Mortis arc, we see it.
Yeah, we see it in Mortis. Yep, for sure. I was gonna say Anakin rides that.
Yeah, this version of it with Sabine, I think it is so dumb looking.
Yes.
And I love it.
I know.
It so
looks tiny.
stupid that I love it. It's just a ridiculous design. How Runner's got my back. He says Rebels episode 1.
Nice.
You could pack any Rebels character with this mold right here.
Absolutely. You really could.
Hey, it's a crazy speeder that's a brand new mold. They're getting Sabine back in the line. That detail on there with the Arbesh is nuts. It's cool. I like it.
It is cool.
Seventh Sister, to me, big standout in this one. I love this speeder bike. This isn't the same exact mold as the Lethal speeder, is it?
I think it is. It looks
the same exact one. With this deco on it, it looks so different and so menacing.
It does.
I absolutely love this speeder and how mean it looks. Like, I think this would look great next to the Shadow Trooper.
Yeah, the other thing that's cool about this is we got the Inquisitor Scythe back in Series 3.
Correct.
And in that, it actually has a peg for a speeder bike inside. So now we finally get the speeder that can go inside that.
Oh, Kevin. It's so good.
It
doesn't fit inside the Scythe.
It does not.
That's what Hal Runner is saying.
Oh,
it doesn't
really?
fit. He said it doesn't fit, Kevin.
Oh, well,
Oh, no.
You could just throw it in there. You can just throw it in there.
Oh, man. But look, this Seventh Sister, brand new mold. I don't know if she'll show up anywhere else, but hey, as a random Rebels villain to get thrown into this line, I love it.
Yeah. Oh man, same.
I absolutely love it. This is such a random cool character to get. I know not everybody's into Rebels, but I think this is awesome. We've already got it several with the scythe. She's a common. It it looks amazing. I think she'll go great with the Rebels crew. I love how much love Rebels is getting from this line.
I know. It's been great. It's been great.
It's been amazing. I feel like Sabine and Hera's A-Wing hit so hard with fans and was so in demand that they were just like, oh, hey, they like Rebels. Let's just throw everything Rebels at them.
Yeah.
I don't know
Keep
how
it
true
coming.
that is with the wider fan base. I know there's a lot of people that haven't watched the show or watched it and thought it was too kiddie in that first season.
Mm-hmm.
But it's awesome how much they're throwing at this line from Rebels, and we'll keep seeing it, I believe, with the ATDP and things like that.
Yep.
So good. So we
We got two more.
believe the rare is this Ahsoka here with just absolutely insane deco on that sidecar.
You know, it's funny when Jeremy sent me this picture, I was like, "Oh, that's Ahsoka on a sidecar, whatever." And then I looked at it again, and I was like, "Oh my god, is that a tiger head on there? That thing looks awesome. That is so cool."
Yeah, this is like so scene specific.
So accurate to a single episode of Clone Wars. It's just like actually Ahsoka's Jedi Interceptor, which was kind of the same. It was in one
Only in one
episode
episode there in the
for like
final, not the
30
final
seconds.
season, but the almost final season, I think. The original final season
Yeah.
with the little bug droids that were all over not vulture droids, the little tiny ones. Yeah, is that supposed to be a Rancor?
Is that a Rancor?
My
If
guess
that's
is
a
it's a Rancor.
whatever it is, it looks awesome. It looks like a
Yeah,
tiger head on this
it's
picture,
really
but
cool.
if it's a Rancor,
Listen,
that's
this
even
wave,
better.
they're getting some tiny detail on these speeder bikes.
I know. And even if you go back to the previous
Buzz
wave
droids.
too.
There we go. Thanks, chat. Buzz droids all over those ships.
Yeah, it's kind of the same even with the previous wave when you consider the like Kalnaka was a great example. You know, it's going to be like one speeder you're going to use. You're not going to reuse that very often.
Yeah, exactly. And the deco on that was actually pretty amazing.
Yeah.
That was
Agreed.
a really pretty. So earlier in the IG live when I opened up the new Series 8 stuff for homework, I just happened to cut open a couple Series 8 boxes I had laying around. Opened my first Kelnaka. I've had these things sitting around.
Yeah.
I don't know why I haven't opened them. I opened them first Kelnaka I've opened, and that was a nice looking speeder, man. Very, very cool. That was the one thing I wanted from Acolyte was Kelnaka and that speeder.
Mm-hmm.
The only other thing I want from Acolyte, the Jedi Vector starfighters. I don't even care if it's not Acolyte. If it's Young Jedi Adventures.
Make it Young Jedi Adventures. Man, that would be cool.
I want more from Young Jedi Adventures than I do Acolyte, actually. Just because the Vector is in that. Let's just do the Vector, the ship that Nash flies. It looks kind of like I don't know if you've seen it. It looks kind of like the Ahsoka's ship, but on its side.
Yep.
That would be great. I want to. It's probably called like the Thunderhawk or something ridiculous. But then I need a speeder with nubs.
Absolutely.
We've got this. We've got it in Lego. We've got it in Hasbro. Has it. And Jazwares. I need you to be courageous, and I need you to put out nubs in this line.
Speeder. That would be awesome.
I need you to put nubs and his speeder in this line.
Yeah, I almost picked that up at Ollie's for like $3 or something like that.
Nubs is the greatest Star Wars character of the last several years. Listen, you've got Nubs, and then you've got Balin Skull. And those are the best new characters here in that we've had in several years. Nubs and Balin Skull, the best characters of the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Tell me better characters, Kevin.
I don't know, man. I'm partial to Brutus. Brutus was
Brutus
awesome.
didn't do anything. He
He
snarled
didn't
and
he didn't
died.
do anything, but he looked awesome.
He did look awesome. I want that Black Series figure. I hope he comes to TVC as well.
Yeah. Now here's one more picture actually of this. So
I
here,
love nubs.
this is our case
Anyway, back
breakdown.
to speeders that actually exist in real life.
Yeah.
So we've seen mostly this rare set that has the 3 Ahsokas. If you want to jump back to the side view, I don't know how hard that is to get to. We've seen images of these on eBay that of which we don't speak, but Mr. Factory Worker has shown us has sold a couple of these hollow Darth Mauls that have been out there. So this one is not some kind of crazy deco version of Darth Maul. It could be, but my gut's telling me this is just the hollow Darth Maul that we've seen on eBay recently.
Yeah.
Would make a whole lot of sense. This would be the first actual mainline hologram in the speeder class. We obviously had the Scout that was a hollow version last year.
Yep. Yeah, no, it'll be great. And the one thing for anybody that's out there that's looking to buy the case of these, when the Amazon listing pops up, which fingers crossed, River Colony Trading Company will get a bunch of 3-packs of these. When those pop up, keep an eye on the Facebook page and in Instagram as we post those out, because that is the place to go to get those rare or the chases for sure.
Skeleton Crew is getting quite a bit of love in chat when I was being ridiculous earlier, and I totally agree. Skeleton Crew may be the best Star Wars show of the last couple of years as well.
Agreed.
I don't know if that's a hot take.
I thought it was awesome. I agree.
Ahsoka was good. It had some flaws. Skeleton Crew, very few flaws.
Yep. What I really want is the
holographic or hologram. It's the blue hologram, just like Jedi. It'll look just like Jedi, not Jedi, but Luke Skywalker's X-Wing, the Hollow X-Wing. And then I don't know if you saw the SDCC Scout Speeder last year, but it was that same translucent blue material. This Maul will look the same.
Yep.
Man,
yes, it will.
Chat is just blowing up tonight. We've had all kinds of people in chat tonight. This is awesome.
Yeah.
I sure hope you make the move to Tuesdays with us in 2 weeks. Yeah, that's nuts. So keep your eye on Walmart, because Kevin, with this new style packaging, very, 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 very easy to miss these, because it looks exactly like the last series. And I think a lot of people are going to miss these.
Agreed. So when Jeremy sent that picture, I was like, "Oh, cool! You found a Series 7 box." And then you guys started popping up in the mod chat, and we're like, "Oh man, look at all these pictures!" And I was like, "Hold on a second, let me go back and look at that again."
I am not overly critical of decisions that are made, because there are all kinds of factors that I don't even know about. And the more I talk to them and the more I learn, the more I realize there's so much I don't know. But I think it was a streamlining process. It was done to streamline the approvals and timelines to get stuff out faster. But I would agree that the packaging change to Scout class, probably my least favorite decision that's been made in the last year or two. I think they need something that catches your eye. I think it looks cool, but it's a little bit sterile as a product on the shelf. I don't think it catches your eye. I think it's cool, but I don't think it necessarily catches your eye and lures you over to see what it is and makes you want to buy it. And the biggest issue is there is one tiny little number hidden on that box that's the like main identifier that it's a new wave. You've got to go over. I don't know that you're just like going at them and looking at all the individual scout speeders, the speeders
Oh
that are
yeah,
on
yeah.
the
So I
box,
know what you're saying. Yeah.
because you're so used to seeing series whatever, series 6 on the shelf, series 7 that rather. You're so used to seeing those on the shelf and just kind of walking past them that you're not really looking closely at it. And I think a lot of people are going to skip these over because they're going to assume it's the previous wave and not really know that this is a new wave. So I think, to me, that's something that I think needs to be addressed, even if it's like, yeah, exactly. DC Metro is saying, even if it's just a change in color, instead of the blue, maybe we go to a red, maybe we go to a whatever. I think we need something in these blind boxes now with this new design that's changing from wave to wave, because you're going to walk by those. The average person's just going to walk right by those thinking that case has been there for 3 months, and you're not going to know. And I miss the nice art that was on those,
Agreed.
I don't even think it needs a huge mural like the last ones, but I do think there needs to be something to break up the wave to wave monotony of that design, just because you need something that looks new to catch your eye,
Yeah. Now,
since
did
they're
you
blind
notice?
boxes.
So on the Imperial shuttle or shuttle Tydirium that you got, did it have a Series 8 um, tag on it? Because I noticed that the new Episode 5 Boba Fett Starship does not.
So yeah, let's jump into that. Now that we've seen the brand new Scout class,
Yeah.
we also just have these random listings that popped up actually shipping and in hand now. Shuttle Tydirium right here. Pull this back.
Nice.
Um,
That looks
it's really
cool.
nice. So panel lining here, you can see there's a little bit more of a wash, just a tiny bit more, but they really went with the panel lining. And then there's weathering deco that's on the wings as well, and it's on all 3 wings. It looks really nice. The only weird thing is the front has, on my version at least, I'd say that's pretty heavy panel lining there. But really, really, really cool. They have obviously gotten rid of Palpatine's throne, and they placed just a little grate over that spot. If you can see that, Kevin,
Yep. Yep. I can see that.
there's a little grate over where that used to be.
Nice. How did
So,
the little streaks there on the side look?
in person, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to figure out what they were earlier to my untrained eye, like what process they're on there with.
It looks like it's just painted on. Doesn't look like it's streaked like you would normally
Yeah,
do
to
streaking
me,
for
it
like
almost
rust on a
looks.
model.
It's really hard to tell. I don't think it's printed on necessarily, but it definitely has a different finish than the rest of the wing around it,
Hmm.
which makes me think it's done after the fact.
Yeah.
But in hand, with the panel lining, the weathering, I think it looks really, really, really nice. TK, you're so right. I did not come empty-handed. I was prepared. Here we go. With all these things in front of my face, though, I can't freaking see I can't see what I'm doing here.
There you go. Yeah, that's pretty good.
How about that?
Yep. Down a little lower. There you go. Perfect. Yeah, no, that looks the weathering on the shuttle Titanium definitely looks better. And I remember that actually initially when they revealed this at Celebration, they had revealed the Imperial shuttle that had very heavy weathering. And I remember Max talking about that it was
Yeah.
not going to have that heavy weathering when they actually released it. So looks like they switched that over.
So side by side, show you the other wings here. I'm gonna back this way up.
Yeah, I mean that looks way more weathered.
Right. The panel lining on here, man, the panel lining really makes all these details pop. I'm a huge fan of the panel lining when it's done appropriately in terms of contrast. The Ghost, maybe you could say, was a little heavy-handed. This one feels perfect, and it makes sense that the Emperor's is a little cleaner looking, but I do wish it had the panel lining.
Yeah.
So,
or the gray stripe on the front. That would be.
so I was just about to say. So this now, because of that detail, this now to me, if you're going to have one shuttle, this is the definitive shuttle to have. And because they are so close to each other, I think this one, the old one, is now sorely, sorely missing the screen accurate gray stripe. Just to differentiate the two that much more. I'm not sure why that didn't happen on the original release, but if you go back and look at the scene in the movie, there's a gray stripe on the Emperor's when he's exiting the ship. Now listen, that's a super easy. You don't have to be like a master custom painter to pull that off. I don't think, man. You don't have to be very good to be able to do that. So if you just get a little bit of masking, like legit hobbyist masking tape, and find a nice gray, I think that's pretty easy to pull off.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you the gray that you would want to get, to be perfectly honest, if you were going to get a gray.
Kevin knows the name of the gray.
Yeah, I would get it's Vallejo Stonewall Gray.
I think I have a bottle of that.
Stonewall Gray is what I would recommend. That seems to be really accurate relative to the movie. Not super heavy, not super
before
dark,
anybody
light.
asks, same mechanism here on the ramp.
Yeah, and does your
landing
ramp
gear.
does your ramp function well? I certainly had one that didn't seem to
functions well. That's in the eye of the beholder, Kevin. It works as intended.
Yeah, does it it goes all the way but
it
back
works
up?
as intended. I don't know if it functions well, but
yeah. Because
it certainly works as intended. Now, the other thing I opened up earlier and had fun with, and I think you might have this one in hand too, correct?
I think so.
That one, target listing. There's only been 2 really short bursts available. Amazon, about a week ago, their new episode 5 Slave 1 listing changed from early March to shipping tomorrow for new orders. So
I know
put in a
that's really
second
funny.
order, and it did in fact show up. It showed up 2 days later, but pulled that out, opened this up earlier on Instagram, and again, just like the Tydirium, this is now easily the definitive version of Slave 1.
Yeah.
The paint on this pops so much better. It doesn't look like watercolors.
Yeah, it was funny
that
when
looks
you were
amazing. I love the contrast with how dark this gray is here.
Yep.
Versus when I think of Slave 1, this is exactly what I think of. Now, Kevin, I don't know, something I figured out on IG Live earlier. I don't know if you remember this being a thing. I currently have mine locked.
Yes. Yeah. Hang on one second. Let me grab because I did hear you mention the wash on the original version. Because it's from Book of Boba Fett. And the version you were showing had like a super heavy wash, man. It's like way heavier than I remember even seeing on mine.
The whitewash?
Yeah, and I cleaned it off, and the colors look awesome on it when it's cleaned off.
Guys,
But yeah, it still doesn't hold a candle to the new version. Yep. Hang on a second. There we go. Oh, we can't get it. It's got you. There you go. Yeah, I mean, look at how gross that wash is on the top of the Book of Boba Fett one.
Kevin, it's very gross, but it's
So
also
gross. So gross.
I mean, I think in general the colors just look like
oh, yeah, the colors are totally different. Absolutely.
Like,
yeah,
just seeing these side by side. This one, I don't know where it's going, but it's going away. This, absolutely the definitive slave one now, by a mile, for many reasons. For those that don't have it yet, take a look at the back. Look how much detail is on the back of this new one versus the old one. So much more detail on the back. And unlike Django, for whatever reason, we now can lock and unlock the wings again. Not an official or sanctioned mechanic of the ship, not intended.
Yes.
But a nice little feature I found way back when. So I don't know if you saw mine. Actually, it's fixed itself a little bit. This wing, a little bit droopy McCool here.
Yeah, I literally have the
with this
exact same thing.
On yours, the same thing with the wing?
Same exact thing on mine.
So, Kevin, I don't know if you've tried it yet. All you have to do is put your finger right here in this little. Why don't you give me the one here?
Yeah, right on the front.
So, for those who haven't seen my old video of this, if you put your finger right here in that hole that's in the console, man, this is weird. Audio listeners, I'm very sorry for what it sounds like. In the console, in the cockpit, if you put the end of your finger kind of in that gap and pull up, you will hear a little pop, and all of a sudden those wings are locked into the vertical flying mode position, and they no longer do that.
Now, I will say on mine, when I'm pushing up on that, I don't get the same click, but I do have an issue with it. If I push up too much, that whole front area that has like Boba Fett sitting on it looks like it's going to break off.
Mine is separating a little bit, and again, I will reiterate, this is unsanctioned. It is not intended, but if you're only doing it once or twice, I have never broken one doing it many times, but I think you probably only need to do it like once or twice, because I will have mine locked. I'll get it up right. Now you can display it in whatever flying position you want. And if you want, there's some people online who make little stands.
Yeah, you mean like this little stand right here?
There's a gentleman that's on the stream right now who made this stand.
Nice. There you go. Yeah, you can check out KT Micro Customs on Etsy, and I have that up there where you can end up getting it.
Now, Kevin.
Yeah. No, the seismic charge is not painted.
Kind of dragging the almost dragging the floor on this version.
Mm-hmm.
Could we maybe see a slightly taller version of this stand to get him off the ground just a little bit more?
Yeah, you certainly could. I mean, when I designed this originally, I didn't design it to sell it. I literally designed it for my shelf because I had an 8-inch shelf. And so I needed the stand to be exactly that height. So, yeah, if enough people...
silver deco inside here.
People want it.
They didn't have to do that. They didn't have to paint that silver in there.
Yeah, in DC Metro, it's not painted. The seismic charge is not painted.
I was just looking at that. I just opened it for the first time and checked it out. I will say, the Tydirium, only way to finish your indoor set is to get that Han that comes with the Tydirium.
Yeah, because now you've got you have Luke and Leia from either the Scout class or from the vault set.
And I don't know about yours, but the stand that comes with carbonite, it doesn't fit in
Yes.
super snugly.
KT Micro Customs on Etsy. Yep. Yeah. Oh, I love the little stand was great. That was so funny when you when you talked about that last time where we got a flight stand and
Oh
the
man,
flight
people were
stand
so
was
jazzed that it
that.
was actually coming with a stand, and I was like, hold on, not so fast.
Yeah.
This is a tiny, tiny stand for floating carbonite.
Yep. Yeah, the funny thing about it is when we were originally told that there was going to be a flight stand with this version, but I don't think any of us had anticipated that it was not going to be the flight stand for the actual vehicle itself.
Yeah, I actually reached down and asked about it.
Yeah.
I was like, we've had errors in these listings before. I want to know what it is. And I kind of got back just a like little circled portion of the package that was showing this stand. And I was like, oh, people need to know that.
Yes.
I'm all about setting expectations where they should be.
Yep.
Very cool that they gave us the armory too. The armory mold on this is super, super sharp. Like the detail on the one that with this version is so sharp. I don't know if they used a little bit harder plastic for this one, but the details are nuts. Just on his normal rifle, the actual like ribbing around the barrel of his rifle is super clear. Absolutely crazy they were able to get that that deco, not the deco, but that detail on there.
Yeah, and I've got on the review that I did on YouTube, I've got all of the armories, if that's what you're gonna call them, or weapon rack or whatever it is, lined up so you get a chance to see just how different it is.
And then Boba, for anybody who hasn't got it yet, just a tiny bit of deco on his jetpack like it should be.
Yep.
He has the green gauntlets like he should. And then he's got a very, very prominent Wookiee braid.
Yeah, and the cape is tan versus the other one's green.
I kudos to them for repainting it. I mean, pretty dang accurately.
Yeah,
those are all the like classic changes they could have made. The gloves, I think, are not painted, but yeah, man. I mean, this is a great tiny micro figure. Oh, and I know I just looking at it earlier for the first time, I noticed his helmet has the
little markings on the
the
side
little
of it.
yellow markings that are on the side of his helmet. The Carcoon version does not have that, so he's got a little bit extra detail on his helmet there in this version. So,
correct.
I mean, all around this one, I know not everyone's going to jump at $35 to rebuy a ship that they already own. To me, this is absolutely the definitive version. It is immediately going back up on my Boba Fett shelf that is up here somewhere off camera.
Yes, his helmet has the dent.
Yeah, it's nuts, man. The detail in this is just crazy. And I'm even just now noticing it's silver. His little dent in his helmet is silver as well. So they knocked this micro figure out of the park. I love it. Worthy repaint. We knew it was coming. I will say, Kevin, you were asking about the packaging on that. 177 and what was the other one? 180 something. These have been in the pipeline quite a while because we're on 450 now. We're getting close to 450. So these guys have been rattling around in the process for quite a while. They've been in GameStop Canada's system for ages. At least Tydirium has. I'm glad they're finally out. I'm not super upset that I paid full price for them,
and a little bit more actually too than the normal Starship class, which has been $29.99 for them moving it up to $34. Now on the Shuttle Tydirium, does it have the Series 8?
You asked that earlier. I was going to come back to that. Yeah. So what's interesting is Slave 1, correct me if I'm wrong, is the one that has no series on it, right?
No series on it.
First time we've seen just a normal ship like that with absolutely no series on it, which is kind of strange.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you why that's a thing. Tydirium, Series 7 on the box.
Interesting.
So it has Series 7 on the box, but we are getting it here with the launch of Series 8. Kevin, it's getting a lot harder to make my checklists.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I can only imagine.
You
I
know
will
what?
say
I'm
DC
trying to
DC
organize
Metro,
these things into a nice like
man.
series package. I don't know where to put anything anymore. I don't know how to organize these. They're just
No.
coming out whenever they want to. Some of them now say Series 2. This one doesn't even have a series. What am I supposed to do? It's chaos, and I don't know how to organize them anymore.
No, DC Metro has probably the most extensive list I've ever seen of all of the different items that have come and are coming with. Oh my gosh, man. Cheers to you for putting that list together. That was incredible.
Yeah, Milton says Slave 1 doesn't need a series.
Nice. There you go. Yep, it can stand by itself. Absolutely. Yeah, my shuttle, I wonder where it's at. It was delayed in Oregon
Oh, snowstorms up there.
early in the last week.
I lucked out and mine shipped just in. Mine came from the same area,
Oh, did it?
and it shipped out just in time to miss the snowstorm. So I got a little lucky on that, and it came in a couple days ago. Man, chat is still bumping here. With Empire Strikes Back's 45th anniversary this year, will we finally get the cloud car? I think it's a safe bet that we
Yeah.
might see the cloud car. I don't think it'll necessarily have anything to do with the 45th anniversary. I don't think that's why we'll see it. That's not like an anniversary that Lucasfilm is pushing. I think it would be purely circumstantial or purely, that's not something they're trying to hit as an anniversary. I think it's just something that's been in the pipeline that they want to come out. I will say the only two that they are officially pushing, TFA 10 and Revenge of the Sith 20. So I know we'll see.
TFA. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know we'll see quite a bit of Revenge of the Sith stuff this year. I'm hoping somebody has a line, a sub line, maybe Target has the Revenge of the Sith 20 collection.
Oh, that would be sweet.
Yeah, it'd be really cool what we could get with that. Man, when that cloud car comes out finally, will we ever hear the end of "It needs 2 pilots"?
Oh my gosh, never. Never.
Kevin, you have any final thoughts on that Boba Fett starship parentheses EP5?
No. I would agree though. I think everybody that's a Boba Fett fan needs to pick that one up. If you have the other one, like you said, find a good place for it in storage, bring that one out. This one looks way better. The fact that you get the two pieces, the Han and you get the weapon rack, I was shocked to see that. That's pretty cool. Great feature.
So you
and
can
you get a stormtrooper. You do get a stormtrooper.
You can put the
with
weapon rack in there and then have on the flight stand them loading the carbonite into the ship. We just need a Cloud City guard to go with them there.
There's no Cloud City guards ever riding any scout speeders.
Yeah, I don't know how we would get one of those. We need like a Cloud City battle pack that has lots of figures with the cloud cars, lots of pilots.
Yeah,
that'll never happen.
I do want to show off something really fast too, which we talked about last time, and I know there's been some questions about it. Is the ARC 170, which is coming. So anybody out there that that's still here that didn't see this last time, we do have this coming to Target. It's also looks like there's a listing that's going to be on Amazon for this. And we also have the TIE Reaper landing shuttle. Is that what it's called?
Attack lander.
attack lander. But
Obviously, it's an
yeah,
attack lander.
those 2 are coming. These pictures are not official pictures. These are just images that are out
I
there of
Google
what it
searched
is.
those and pasted them on there so people knew what they were. It
Yeah.
caused a tiny bit of confusion, but
Yeah. But no, those are coming as well, so keep your eyes peeled for them.
yeah, that's all we've got for Series 8 so far. But I mean, with the way some of these things are shipping earlier and the expected ship dates being early to mid-March on some of these,
I know.
there's a non-zero chance that by the time we swing around for the next episode, we might have even more Series 8 that has not been officially announced in our hands, which is
That's
absolutely
right.
nuts. And I will continue to bother Jazwares and let them know that there is a very easy outlet for them to do that in an official capacity. Just an email away.
That's right.
Kevin, we're running a little long here.
Yeah.
We typically after the product news and discussion, we zoom out from the micro galaxy to the wider galaxy of Star Wars and touch on any general Star Wars news that's been going on. But not much has been going on in the lead up to Celebration. There, all the news, getting held pretty close to the vest because that's where all the announcements will happen. I will say we are 2 months away from Andor Season 2.
That's right.
April 22nd. Celebration ends the 20th. So my guess is a lot of spoilers will be online because I bet they will do a showing of Andor Season 2, at least Episode 1, probably Episode 1 and 2 at Celebration. So people will be online running their mouths. And you never know. Maybe they'll release it early. It happened with Kenobi. They could do a screening there and then drop it early. I don't know. But April 22nd, it's coming. 2 months. That's actually pretty close, right? It feels close.
That does feel close.
It's going to be a long wait for the next show because I don't even know what's coming next, and I don't think there's anything else this entire year.
Well, I know Ahsoka 2 is in production.
Right. So we'll see that maybe next year.
Right.
Maybe around that same time in 2026, which is crazy.
I know.
Only other thing that was kind of interesting, and it sort of relates to Micro Galaxy Squadron. Hasbro earnings calls happened again, and for like the third earnings call in a row, they've thrown a little bit of shade at the Star Wars brand with some of their remarks. They do not sound super positive on the brand. They highlighted growth in the GI Joe and their owned IP things like GI Joe and
Marvel,
Transformers, and things like that. But their Disney brands, not quite as much there, and Star Wars in particular. They are saying dragged a little bit, doesn't meet expectations. They've kind of been thrown a little shade that way. And I only mention this to say that Jazwares, there's blood in the water, and do your due diligence and jump on this license and take it from them.
Yeah.
I need play sets. I need creatures. I need a Death Star. I don't care anymore. You take it from them. They are letting it slip through their fingers. Jazwares, take it from them. You've got to make a move now. There's blood in the water. Make a move. Now is the time. They've shown weakness. Jump in and take whatever you can get, and let's make something crazy happen with this line and future-proof this.
Yeah.
What do you think, Kevin?
I agree.
Take it.
I don't have anything else to say. I agree. I mean, could you imagine if we got figures in this line? Or not figures, if we had creatures?
Yeah, I don't know what
Bendu. I've got to get a Bendu, man. I want a Bendu so bad.
Listen, who knows what can go on with figures? There is a scenario where they could start letting the license actually, part out some of it. And I would love if they could actually come back to the table when they renegotiate this license And yeah, man, let's get all kinds of stuff. Let's get play sets. Let's get creatures. Let's get troop builder packs. I don't know, man. It seems like now is the time. Squad packs. It seems like now's the time maybe to make some
Squad
of that
packs.
happen with Hasbro faltering a little bit. Anyways, I'm not a brand manager. I'm not a business lawyer. I don't know anything, but now's the time to strike. Cobra Kai never dies.
Yep.
Strike. Time to strike is now. Anyways.
I digress.
Oh, every episode we like to shine a spotlight on cool things going on in the Micro Galaxy Squadron community, customs, videos, displays, and of course your photography. You can send in submissions anytime to microgalaxysquadcast@gmail.com or hit us up on Instagram at microgalaxysquadcast or our personal pages. Kevin, this first one, this has been a toy photographer that I've followed for quite a while, has done lots of Micro Galaxy Squadron and mixed. We see this a lot with like force perspective mixed
Oh, nice.
Black Series, Vintage Collection, Micro Galaxy Squadron ships in the background. She's done all kinds of stuff. But this image is from Lil Brit Bricks, and that is Lil_Brit_Bricks. And she does all kinds of awesome artwork. But I love this one because it incorporates only Micro Galaxy Squadron. And I do believe on this one, she actually cut off Rex's arm and re-glued it into a different position for the picture, which is just awesome.
Oh, that's great.
Look at that. Look at that.
Awesome.
It's natural. Love the you get a little bit of the reflection there of Rex in the water. Very, very cool shot. I saw this a while back. If you check on her account, she's got a new one today that's got one in the background, I believe, and a TVC figure in the foreground. But this one, featuring only Micro Galaxy Squadron, I just loved.
Yeah, that is cool.
Now, Kevin, I see that you might have thrown another one into the community spotlight here. Is this something close to home?
No, not close to home this time around. But no, I did throw another one in here, which I just love the creativity that comes out of this line and building out scenes and making dioramas. And I can't remember who this was, but I screen grabbed this as soon as I saw it, and I was like, "This thing is awesome." But this is a really cool Geonosis scene. And this actually hits a little bit towards what you were talking about last time with the vault and getting some blast effects. So that's what I want to find out, is where this person got this blast effects.
Micro Galaxy Squadcast, episode 2. You can find us talking about blast effects.
So he's got all of the troopers lined up there on the right side, which looks awesome when they're all in formation. And then he's got some pretty cool custom stands there for the LAATs, which is awesome. So he painted them actually to blend in with the background, so when you're looking at it, it doesn't look like it's on a stand. And then you've got your separatist army built up there, and then you can see the blast effects right there on that LAT. Looks pretty.
Yeah, this
pretty
is
cool.
great. I love that. I love the
very cool.
I love the rock formations. People are so creative, man.
Yeah.
The cooler stuff I see, I feel less inclined to try my hand at it because it's not going to look like that. I'm going to put a lot of time and money into it, and it's just not going to look like that.
Yeah, it takes some serious time to put that stuff together. Yep. Yeah, I always think about that when I get done with a scene that I've built too, because I look at it and I'm like, man, that was pretty cool. That didn't really take that long. Oh, there you go. There's his name right there.
Whoa, Steve Hines with the shout out there. That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks for that. But
speaking of Steve Hines, my Brotar showed up today. All 91 pounds of the potential DTOLF successor showed up today. Do you remember in our very first community spotlight, we showed off Steve Hines' collection?
Yeah.
In the Brotar display from Amazon. I actually, because of those pictures, went and ordered one. and it takes a little while. I don't know if it comes from the West Coast or China in general, but it took about a week, maybe a little over a week. 91 pounds. Not easy to
Damn.
get inside the house. I hope it's intact. I have not opened it yet because I don't have time today or space in this room to put it together right now. But hopefully tomorrow, I'm going to carve out a little space in here and take all the plastic off first, he says. Okay, good. The good tip. Good tip. Take all the plastic off first.
That's great.
I know exactly where I'm putting it. I've got all kinds of stuff that need to go in it. But I'm super excited. Steve enabled me to spend $200. We'll see if it's a worthy successor to the skinny looking Detolfs now. This is a double wide.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, I would love to be able to do something, although I've got all of my shelves wired with lights, and I spent literally 2 weeks going through and soldering together LED light strips to be able to do that. So yeah, it's not changing anytime soon.
I feel you.
Yep. But yeah, anyways, going back to the time, I mean, it takes so long. And then I don't, because a lot of times I'll do it in stages. So I just do a bunch of figures and I have them sitting around for a while and then do whatever else.
I have
So
immense respect for customizers and people that do it well.
I got actually one sitting right here. Another one of these guys that I just painted up.
Oh, okay.
Today.
Now I know what that is.
Finish up.
I couldn't see the little head down there at the bottom. I was like, oh, you made a plate.
Yeah, right.
Cool.
Flying plate with some little missiles that are going to go on the bottom.
Your like Confederacy dinner plate.
Yeah. That's right. I emailed some pictures too.
Yeah,
Okay,
DC
nice.
Metro says the extent of my customizing is a Sharpie. Funny enough, the last bit of customization I did was a Gundam marker on the. I always take a Gundam marker and draw in the visors.
Yeah, that's right.
Of Mando and whatever whatever Mandalorians don't have their visors filled in.
Yeah.
A little Sharpie and a little damp rag can wipe away some of the excess if it gets on there. The easiest customization you can do to those guys, just a super thin Gundam marker and get it in there. Kevin, I told my wife I'll be down early tonight because there's no way we're going to go 2 hours tonight. I said, we'll probably hit an hour 15 and I'll be down. We've somehow hit almost 2 hours, and a shocking number of people are still with us.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for hanging.
Kevin, do you have anything going on this week? Any new videos you're working on?
Any new videos? No, I went through and posted my whatever it was, the collection review number 2 of what I've got with all my Action Fleet stuff. That took me so long it took me
an
incredible amount of time to put the whole video together. To shoot it didn't take me very long, but doing all of the cutting up and everything. So I've got that out there. But once
tell me about it, man. That's why I don't do videos that much anymore. It's because I can't
forever.
I do, as an audio engineer, I end up doing some video work, and I can't help myself but edit these things like a music video. And it's like, it's a ridiculous number of cuts per video, and I'm just cutting to the song, and man, it takes forever. So I end up not doing as many videos as I would like to do because it just takes so long to edit. Which is why I went on IG Live today and just unboxed them right there and hung out with some people in chat. I thought it was cool. I had fun. Hadn't done that in 3 years, I think.
Nice. No, it was good.
I think the first IG Live and the last IG Live I did was opening Series 1 Scout class blind boxes.
Wow. No kidding. That is a long time ago. I can't believe it's been 3 years. Has it really been 3 years?
I think I think so, right? We're coming up on 3 years in a couple months.
And probably.
So it's Toy Fair where we first saw images of these is like right around the corner. So it's been 3 years since we've seen images of these.
Yeah, so that's going to be the next one. I don't know when I'm going to do that. I've got so many other projects on the plate, but that's the last video I have to do of the review of my collection is Micro Galaxy Squadron. Micro Galaxy Squadron, and then some of the other peripheral stuff that I've got. But yeah, that's gonna be me, man. Going through and finishing up some of these projects. I'm working on a Naboo hangar, so just printed this bad boy, painted
Okay.
it.
All the
It's
ones that you couldn't do everyone a favor and grab one from Target.
oh no, I have them. I have them. I wanted to print this at 172 scale, but it's definitely not. It's way too small. So I
Okay.
figured, what the hell? I'll just paint it just for fun. Um, but no, yeah, man, that's it. What are you doing?
I'm getting back to Severance right now as soon as we leave here.
Nice. Man, I wish I sat down and watched any TV shows.
I know. Yeah, I took a short break from Severance to do this stream, and I will promptly be getting right back to doing that. I'm trying to catch up on that. Chad, what's Chad saying here? Will Jazwares have a stand at the next toy fair showing off new items? So Jazwares will be they've been at the international toy fairs. They will be at New York Toy Fair, but Jazwares typically behind closed doors for the industry professionals at Toy Fair. So unless you get a special badge, there are not supposed to be photos, and only industry people get to go back and see all the fun new things. In the last year or two, we've had some like sniped pictures of this is how the ghost was first revealed.
That's right.
We've
And the
got
ATTE.
ATTE. We've had some really terrible looking sniped pictures. There's a chance that somebody will send me those again over DM and say, "Hey, I got some pictures of this stuff," and then I will have like just awful inner turmoil going on in my soul over whether or not to post those or not.
Well, hold on. Hold the phone for a second. I just pulled this up on Facebook. That
Kevin, I
speeder
don't know
looks
what
like
you're showing me right here.
that
Does
speeder
anybody else
looks
know
like
what?
it fits inside of the scythe. That's the
Oh,
Inquisitor.
oh, oh. Hal Runner.
That looks like it.
Are you giving us wrong info here?
Although I don't know whether or not that's on the peg or not, but that's in there.
Um, yeah, that's the Series 5 Imperial speeder, not the AVA speeder. DC Metro points out. Yeah, that's
the
not the same
series.
speeder.
Oh, gotcha.
That's the Black Shadow Scout speeder.
All right, good catch.
Yeah, so Jazwares will be at Toy Fair, and then they'll be at Celebration. Jazwares does not have a panel at Celebration this year.
They were going to, weren't they?
We had no info either way on that, but I now feel fairly certain they do not have a panel this year, so they have a whole lot of stuff to reveal. And they're going to have to come up with creative ways to reveal it at their booth at Celebration. But you know, if you're looking for some ways to reveal those products, just, we're right here. We're right here, guys. So we will try to make something cool happen. Believe me, we will try to make something cool happen. I don't know if those advances will be rebuffed by Jazwares, but we'll certainly try to make something cool happen. We'll have some friends there. I think Paul and Kevin, maybe Yoko will be there at Celebration in Japan. Who knows what we could get thrown together over there, but we will have content. We'll have updates from that. I think at this point you can't have Series 7, Series 8 at Celebration. Series 8 is in people's hands
I know.
by the time that's there. So just you know, we'll give us a couple images of those light armor lineups, and that'll be good. We'll be good. Tide us over until we see Series 9 and 10.
Series 9 looks sick.
It's going to be cool. I can't wait to
hope
see legit images.
actual pictures. Yeah. I mean, I just hope Series 8 doesn't hold the shelves up to where we don't get Series 9, because Series 9 looks like it's going to be an absolute killer.
Yeah, we didn't touch on that lineup, but
Yeah.
in the grand rankings of starfighter waves,
Mm-hmm.
Series 8 is not at my top. It's
No,
not at
I
my
just
top.
don't see any of that stuff selling through. I honestly
Part of
don't see
that is
any of it.
because that 3,000 people already have the silencer and
All
the
of them.
torrent.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
And
then you've
everybody
got
has a
the
V-Wing.
V-wing. So, in 3,000 might be a drop in the bucket. I don't know how many they make or how many they sell of these commons. I have no clue. Like literally,
Yeah.
they could make 50,000 of them. They could make 500,000 of them. I have no clue how many are out there of these. But you know, hey, Stargazer, go on, talk about Series 9. If you check out last week, episode 2, we did that very thing. We did talk about all of the things that have popped up. So
Yeah.
check that episode out. I think a lot of people miss that one. It's a banger. Lots of new product that
It's a banger.
I'm not sure if they wanted getting out there, but it's out there thanks to Walmart. So
Yeah, it was a Walmart
we took it
listing
and
that
ran. We took it and
yeah,
ran. Walmart did the bad deeds and
right.
we just chat about it. But yeah, check out episode 2. Scrub about halfway. We start chatting about all these crazy leaks that have been out.
Yeah. Ton of leaks.
Kevin, that's all we have for tonight. If you have submissions for Community Spotlight or topics you want to see us talk about, hit us up on Instagram at Micro Galaxy Squadcast or email microgalaxysquadcast@gmail.com. It has been a lot of fun tonight. Chat's been amazing. Sorry for audio listeners, you missed out. We've tried to audibly read a lot of chat, but it's been crazy.
Yes.
Super fun.
Agreed.
Our next episode, remember, guys, Tuesdays now.
Tuesday.
So March 4th, Adam from Nostalgic Adam will be on here with us. And we'll just be chatting like fools about whatever crazy thing pops up. And maybe,
That's
you know
right.
what? This giveaway was so successful. Maybe we'll have a Marok chase for next
We
time.
will have one, actually.
Yeah. Maybe we'll give one maybe we'll give away one on episode 4 on the 4th.
Yeah. At the very least,
Episode 4 on the 4th. May the 4th be with you. Get Max back on one of
March
these.
the 4th.
Milton says. That's we could try. That's probably not going to happen. I'd say.
Yeah,
I'd
unfortunately.
love for yeah. Yeah, we probably won't do Marok as the hashtag because I have to think about it every time how to spell it. I'm like, is it CK? Is it 1K? Is it 2Ks? Does it have 2 R's? Every time I have to think about it. So giveaways, I love the giveaways. As long as we can keep doing them, we'll keep doing them. They're super fun. I think you
Squadding
guys like
out.
them too, judging by how many people were in chat right now. 69 of you, 2 hours later, still here with us. Nice. Squadding out, as Luke Malone says. I think this week, in honor of the Tydirium, we will just leave you with fly casual.
Good one. Fly casual, everyone. We'll catch you in about 10 days.